Hi there, thanks a lot for joining me in this little video, great click, to learn how to play the song Once Upon a Time sang by Doris Day, Que Sera Sera. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be? Well, it's actually not B. It's E7 to A will be, but it will be these chords that we're going to use. And we will be using also two different ways of playing it. First of all, this, and that will be in second place in the tutorial, this rather tricky or slightly complicated for beginners way to play it with some finger picking. But first we're going to have a look at it with a simple waltz strumming. And before we get started, very important point I must make is the point that I want to thank the very generous patrons funding these tutorials. Every single one of you is making these lessons exist. They simply wouldn't be here without you, so big thanks. And if you want to hop to the Patreon page and get all the song sheets for all the songs, then you can do that with a couple of clicks, and we'd be really happy to welcome you. Come! Okay, on to the song. So this is what the first verse looks like. It looks very nice, doesn't it? And we start singing on the A. When I was just, or if you're a girl, when I was just, a bit higher, but I'm going to sing it my height. When I was just, and we start with an A because we are in fact in A major. When I was just, and then A major 7. We go from the 2-1 open open to 1-1 open open. When I was just a little, and then F sharp minor girl, and then on I asked my, back to A. I asked my and mother. Now that's going to be really interesting when we're doing the finger picking, because actually there's a melody which is the bass usually, but it goes down here. Is ti da di da at the same time as the chords, and it'll sound like this. When I was just a little girl, we're not doing it like this here. My mother, and then E diminished, which is just open 1, very easy for a complicated name. What will I, and on B, we have a B minor, yeah, here it is. And then the E7, which you know, 1, 2, 0, 2. And then E9, which is like an E7 really, except the open string gets a 2, 2. Not to like for dancing, huh? A 2 also. Will I be pretty? E7. Will I be rich? B minor. Here's what, and we start singing that here is lower than you might think when you play it. So it's here, here. It's on that second fret of the C string. Here's what she said to me. Here's what she, E7 said to, and on me, the A. Me. Now, everything's got a rhythm. And there's basically one beat, one bar of waltz. Everybody gets a bar of waltz, meaning 3 beats. 1 plum plum, so 1 main and 2 little plums. Plum 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 plum. Except the A at the very end, because it's got a slash, so it's getting 2 waltzes. And the E9 is also getting 2 waltzes. Oh, and the E7. Actually, everywhere where there's a slash. To do this waltz, you can either do down, 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 down. So with 1 main down and then 2 little downs, or down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Or even like I'm gonna play it now, down, up, down, up, ah. That really gives it the traditional Viennese feel. Anyway, let's have a look with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, E diminished, what will I be? B minor, E7, E9, will I be pretty? Will I be rich? With an E7, B minor, here's what she said, E7 to me. Que ça, and we start singing on the last 2 strums, really. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Que ça, and it's this note here. Que ça, the que ça of que sera that is coming in the chorus are these two open strings, que sa, and then onto the chorus, and we've got 4 waltzes per chord. That's a lot. Que sera, sera, 3. Whatever will be, 2 will be 3. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, did I do one too many? Sera, and here just 2, and here just 2. What will be, and here 4 again. So you see, if there's nothing written, it's 4, and if there's a slash, then it's 2. It's a complicated system, but it makes sense to me. Hopefully it'll make sense to you eventually. So make sure that the D falls on the SERA, 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 because that's where the accent in whatever that language is falls on. This is Spanish, I think. So with the waltz, there's of course quite a heavy beat, because you need to be able to get your friends to dance to this, or dance yourself while you're playing. I mean, that's next level. And what I like to do to get that waltz feeling is that when I have the 2 up strums of my down, up, up, down, up, up, I actually lift my fingers slightly to stop the chord from completely ringing on the 2 little ones. So I go. So I let it ring, but then I lift slightly my fingers here, not like this, but to gently rest on the string, and that gives this bloop, 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 long 1, and then 2 short. Long, short, short, long, and that's a waltz. Let me sing waltz, verse number 2 for you with that waltzy feeling. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. So here you've got what lies, and on the you've got a chord and B minor head, head. There's a slight change there. Will we have rainbows day after day? And here E9, E7, E9, E7. Here's what my sweetheart said. And second waltz. Que sera, sera, whatever will. So there are 3 verses, and in each verse there are slight changes to make the song more interesting. And I'm really following the arrangement that is in the original film by Alfred Hitchcock. The famous movie, of course, that everybody's seen, where Doris Day does the thing, and then she has to do the other thing, and then... Oh, on to the special finger picking. Well, the finger picking is basically 1 note, and then we pluck all the rest twice. Or you pluck everything except the note you've just plucked. So with an A, it could be either like this, with thumb, 3 fingers, 3 fingers, or here, thumb, 4 fingers, meaning 3 and thumb. So you can do whichever you prefer. It doesn't really matter, whatever comes more naturally to you. For example, when I was... Let's do it slowly, and we're gonna pluck here. This is something I need to explain. So, the way I count the strings here on this channel is 1, 2, 3, 4, because why start 1 here? Doesn't make sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and when you see a number under a chord, this will take some getting used to for your brain patterns, but you'll get there. I mean, I'm sure you've got the strength in you to nail this. So if there's 1 underneath the A, it means the first note of the waltz is just the thumb. If it's written 3, like under the F minor, then it's the 3rd string, which is underneath your middle finger. And then you pluck the rest. And 3 under an A, 1 under an A. So that's the number of the string, basically the number. And it sounds like this. When I was just a little girl, I asked my... And here you really need to have this happening. Bing, 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 bing. I asked my mother, and here. Bing, bing, bing. So, I asked my mother, what shall I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? So here it's 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, and to the A. Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. And here, what does this mean, the 2 and 2 and 2? It means said to 2, meaning second string, 2 and 2 and 2 and on an A7. Because we've got, instead of having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 here. It's the arrangement of the original, and it's a really fun thing to do. In classical music, it's called an émiole, in French anyway, and it sounds like this. Here's what she said to me, que sera, sera. So all of a sudden the rhythm goes, what? What's happening? And then you fall right on your feet. It's beautiful. It's like a bit like jumping, turning twice on yourself, and then whoosh, smoothly landing on the ice. Or the ground, depending on the season. Here's what she said to me, que sera, sera. And then in the chorus, we've just got always the index first. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. And here we've got it again. Just before the E7. Let me do that again for you. Que sera, sera. And then here we have a break. That's what the X stands for. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, E7. What will be, will be. And here, 4 waltzes of A. And then we start again. The last verse has slightly less chords because it's very soft and she's a granny now. Now mum. Now I have now, and we start with the thumb, obviously. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. We do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we can actually do the E7 before the silence with a flourish of the middle fingers. Que sera, sera. Flourish. What will be, will be. And at the end we've got one last extra line. Que sera, sera. That's how it ends. You go all the way up to the top to the high A. Que sera, sera. Pum, pum, pum. So enjoy the finger picking. I think it's the version you'll most enjoy playing because it just suits this song so well. And it's really nice to be able to incorporate some elements of the orchestration and of the bass line into our playing of this little instrument, a simple instrument in a way, but we don't have to simplify what we're playing, and that's the beauty of it. Enjoy this song, see you soon for more tutorials. Ta-ta, as probably they said in the 50s. Bye-bye.